Hello everyone, my name is Winter, and my husband Kyle is helping me share our story with you. Like many of you, I've had my share of challenges with a difficult mother-in-law. These events took place before Kyle and I got married. But for simplicity, I'll refer to his mom, Holly, as my mother-in-law. Kyle's dad, Archie, also plays a role in this story, but rest assured, he's a genuinely good guy. When I first started dating Kyle, Holly disapproved of our relationship. She's a rather greedy woman and didn't appreciate my simple lifestyle. She was outright rude to me and even attempted to sabotage our relationship several times. Thankfully, Kyle was well aware of her nature and didn't let her meddle in our relationship. Things took a turn when Holly discovered that I come from a wealthy family. My father is a successful businessman, and while we have a lot of money, we don't flaunt it or live a lavish lifestyle. When Holly found out the truth, she suddenly became very friendly. However, I kept my distance because I've always had a distaste for people who cozy up to the wealthy just to gain something from them. Unfortunately, Holly turned out to be one of those people. When Kyle and I got engaged, his parents were overjoyed, especially Holly. She seemed thrilled about our engagement and said, "Wow, Kyle, I must say I'm really impressed with you. You managed to snag such a wealthy girl like Winter." Kyle, unimpressed, replied, "Seriously, Mom, that's what you have to say. Her wealth is the only thing that caught your eye." "Oh no, I'm sure Winter is a nice girl too, but her wealth really makes her an exception. I'm so happy you two got engaged. Actually, I was thinking about hosting a party to announce your engagement. I want to tell the world that my son is engaged. What do you think, Archie?" Archie agreed, "Yeah, I'd like to organize a party too. Consider it a small engagement celebration on our end. You don't have to spend any money, we'll arrange everything. It will be a great way to introduce Winter to everyone before the wedding." Kyle and I thought it was a good idea. "I think that's a great idea," I said. "It would be difficult to talk to everyone on the day of the wedding, and through this party, I'll be able to get to know a lot of people better. It sounds exciting." Kyle added, "I agree with Winter. It does sound exciting. Count us in. I'll be happy to introduce my fiancé to everyone." However, I had my doubts about Holly's enthusiasm. While Archie's intentions were good, Holly seemed a little too excited about the party. To make matters worse, my dad had discovered something unsettling about Holly, and I was torn about what to do with that information. It wasn't something I could easily ignore, but I wasn't sure if I should act on it. As the date of the party approached, my anxiety grew. I wasn't sure how to handle the situation until one day, I received a text from Holly that infuriated me. She demanded, "Just so you know, you need to bring a nice gift to this party. It will be a great way to step into our family. You need to show your status to everyone by bringing an expensive gift and giving it to me." "What? But why, Holly? I thought this was just a party to announce our engagement and upcoming marriage. I didn't know I was supposed to bring a gift." Kyle didn't mention anything about this. Kyle is clueless and doesn't know the etiquette. "We're throwing you a big party, Winter. Since you come from a rich family, the least you can do is bring an expensive gift. And mind you, it better be the most expensive thing I've ever laid my eyes on. I'll know if you try to be cheap, and I won't accept a measly gift from someone who's marrying my son." "I still don't understand what an expensive gift has to do with me marrying your son. Why should I give you a gift to marry Kyle? Shouldn't you be the one giving me and Kyle a wedding present?" "Stop trying to be clever, Winter. You think you're so smart, but you're just a bimbo. I'm only allowing my son to marry you because you're rich. So if you want to make sure your marriage works out, you better keep me happy. So you're saying that if I don't give you an expensive gift, you'll try to ruin my marriage? You can bet on it, Winter. And I don't want just any expensive gift. I want the most expensive gift you can buy. Keep that in mind when you go shopping, and don't give me a reason to ruin your and my son's happiness." I was stunned. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined my soon-to-be mother-in-law threatening to ruin my marriage if I didn't give her an expensive gift. She made the demand with such confidence, as if it were her birthright, acting like Kyle was only marrying me because she allowed it. The most shocking part was that Kyle had no idea about Holly's demands, which was evident from her tone. If Holly thought she could intimidate me into doing as she pleased, she was dead wrong. But I wasn't about to let Holly know that. I simply replied, "Okay then, Holly. If a good gift is so important to you, I'll make sure to bring you one, and I promise it will be the most expensive gift you'll ever receive." There, that wasn't so hard, was it? Holly smirked. Keep up this good behavior, and I can guarantee your marriage will last. To stay in this family, you need to keep me happy, not Kyle. He usually does what I say, so mind that. I'll keep that in mind, Holly, I said. Thanks for letting me know about this gift business beforehand. It gives me plenty of time to arrange for the best. Well, you better start working on it fast. I'll give you some hints. I usually prefer Cartier over Tiffany, but as long as it's one of a kind, I'll be happy. People need to know how well my son is marrying. God, they'll be so jealous. Anyway, see you at the party, Winter. Bye. With that, Holly was off, probably already dreaming about the most expensive gift she was going to get. Her call had ended my dilemma. I wasn't going to stay quiet about what I knew. This was the perfect opportunity to one-up Holly in the best way possible. But first, I needed Kyle on my side. He knew his mom was greedy, so I doubted he'd object to my plans, but I still needed to tell him everything and get his confirmation. That night, as soon as Kyle got home from work, I pulled him aside. He was a little confused about what was so urgent, but he didn't protest much. I sat him down and showed him the texts I'd exchanged with Holly. As he read through them, his face turned red with anger. That's it, he said, fuming. This woman has really crossed all limits today. God, I'm so embarrassed. Winter, I'm so sorry my mom talked to you this way. I swear, I would have proposed to you even if she didn't approve. Don't worry, Kyle, I reassured him. Your little warning about Holly had me prepared for this. Plus, I know you really love me and won't drop me just because your mom tells you to. You're in the clear. Mom has truly become a very greedy woman, Kyle said, shaking his head. I mean, I know she can be demanding, but this is a whole new level of entitlement. I think we should talk to Dad about this. He wouldn't tolerate her disrespecting you. Actually, I don't think that would be enough for me, I replied. I have something else to tell you, Kyle. I was on the fence about what to do with this information. But Holly solved the dilemma for me. It's about her, and I think you should know. I went ahead and told Kyle everything I knew about Holly's affair. As I spoke, his expression shifted from shock to fury. He had no idea what the true face of his mother was. But once he knew, he immediately agreed to take part in the plan I had in mind. Now, let me reveal what was really going on with Holly. She had been cheating on Archie. Her affair partner was a wealthy man my father knew well. For the past year, Holly had been sleeping with this man to get expensive gifts and vacations from him. Archie had no clue. He thought her trips were to visit a sick sister. But in reality, she was touring the world with this guy. Kyle and I decided to gather evidence. Since we both have good incomes, we hired a private investigator to follow Holly and collect proof of her affair. The investigator was skilled and provided us with incriminating photos and details. Holly's days of manipulating people were numbered, and Kyle and I were determined to see to that. We didn't reveal anything until the day of the party. Holly had tried her best to organize a posh event, but it was clear she had no real experience in planning something of this scale. When Kyle and I arrived, his parents greeted us, each with different expressions. Archie was excited to celebrate our engagement, while Holly seemed eager to see what I was carrying with me. Oh my God, here come the two very special people in my life, Holly announced loudly. The life of the party is here, everyone. As you all know, my son Kyle is marrying this wonderful woman, Winter. I'm so happy to announce their engagement today. Welcome to the family, Winter. I hear you have something to present to us as a welcome gesture. That's right, I replied. I have a nice gift for both you and Archie. Why don't you two open it together? Or would you like to go first, Holly? Oh, I would love to be the first, Holly said, her eyes gleaming with anticipation. Archie isn't that into gifts, you know. Winter, you really didn't have to bring us anything, Archie said kindly. It's a special day, Holly, I said, handing her the gift. I had to make it memorable, so I got the perfect gift for you, and for Archie as well. Go ahead, open it. Holly eagerly took the velvet box, expecting some luxurious jewelry, but as she opened it, her face went pale. She looked at me, then back at the box, her eyes wide with shock. Everyone around us was curious to know what she had received, especially since Holly had likely bragged about the expensive gift she was expecting. What's the matter, Holly? I asked innocently. Don't you like my gift? I know you suggested Cartier, but you also mentioned it should be the most expensive gift you've ever laid eyes on. I got you exactly that. What are you talking about, Winter? Kyle asked, looking confused. Holly told you to give her a gift. Yes, I said. She texted me saying I needed to bring her a nice gift, the most expensive gift ever, she said. If I didn't comply, she threatened to ruin our marriage. Holly, you said that to Winter? Archie demanded, his voice rising in anger. Why the hell would you do that? And Winter, you should have come to me about this. You didn't need to bring her a present. Actually, I bought this for you, Archie, I said. I think you should see it, and I'd be glad if you would show everyone what I got her. Archie, now suspicious, ordered Holly to hand over the box. She hesitated, but his stern gaze left her no choice. Reluctantly, she handed it to him. As Archie opened the box, his eyes widened in horror. Inside were several photos of Holly kissing and making out with her affair partner. I had also included other proof of their romantic trips that the investigator had sent us. What the hell is this, Holly? Archie shouted. Are you freaking cheating on me? Answer me. Aye. It's not what it looks like, Holly stammered, trying to pull away. Then what is it like, Holly? These pictures are as clear as day. How do you explain this? Kyle stepped in. Dad, I don't think she has the face to accept her own sins in front of everyone. We hired a private investigator and found the truth. Winter's father warned her about seeing Mom with one of his colleagues. I'm sorry, Archie, I said gently. I didn't want you to find out like this. But I think it's important for everyone to see Holly's true colors, I said firmly. She's been playing you, Archie. She's been sleeping with another man and accepting money and gifts from him. We have all the proof. Archie stared at me in disbelief while the room fell silent. The whispers began as people pieced together the truth. Remember how Mom used to visit her sick sister for days? Kyle added, his voice heavy with sarcasm. Well, Dad, Aunt Felix is fine. Those trips, they were vacations with her affair partner. Archie scanned the evidence, his face reddening with rage. The crowd around us shifted uncomfortably, their expressions turning to disgust as they realized the extent of Holly's betrayal. Everyone knew Holly was greedy, but this was beyond anything they could have imagined. Even Archie couldn't overlook this. How dare you betray me like this, Holly? Archie's voice was thick with emotion. 30 years of marriage and you threw it all away for what? Some material things. How could you be so greedy? And to threaten your son's marriage if she didn't shower you with expensive gifts. What is wrong with you? Holly, now pale and trembling, tried to backtrack. Archie, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. A small one. Please don't react this way. I swear, it's over. I ended it recently. Recently? Archie retorted, his voice rising. Then why do these pictures have recent timestamps? You told me you were visiting your sister just last month. We called Aunt Felix and she said you never even came to see her. She wasn't sick. Kyle chimed in, Yeah, Mom, Aunt Felix is pretty pissed at you. Expect some angry calls soon. Realizing she was cornered, Holly's tears began to flow as she desperately tried to win back Archie's favor. Archie, I know I made a terrible mistake, but it meant nothing to me. Please don't do anything drastic. I really love you, and I'll cut all ties with him. I swear. Don't swear for nothing, Holly, Archie replied coldly. I won't believe your lies anymore. I had my doubts about you, but I never thought you'd cheat on me. Your greed has destroyed everything. Do you really think I'll stay with you after this? Archie, please, Holly begged. We've been married for 30 years. You can't just throw it all away over nothing. Nothing. Archie spat, his voice laced with bitterness. You broke our vows, Holly. You don't get to tell me what I should do. I'm divorcing you. You wanted an expensive gift from Winter, right? Well, she gave you the most expensive gift of all, your entire marriage. Good luck, Holly. You'll need it to pay your lawyer's fees. With that, Archie stormed into the house, leaving the rest of us in stunned silence. The guests quickly followed suit, their disapproving gazes lingering on Holly before they departed. No one wanted to stay after what had unfolded. As Kyle and I prepared to leave, Holly turned her anger on me. Winter, you witch. How dare you destroy my marriage? You had no right. Just like you had no right to threaten mine, I replied coolly. You wanted an expensive gift, and I gave you one. It just happened to cost you everything. You're a horrible woman, Winter. Holly screamed, her voice shaking with fury. This is all your fault. If Archie divorces me, I won't spare you. Just wait. Stop threatening my fiancé, Mom. Kyle interjected, his tone icy. You've lost all shame after wrecking your own marriage. How dare you try to extort gifts from Winter by threatening us? She did the right thing, and Dad is doing the right thing too. As for me, I'm done with you. You're uninvited from the wedding. Don't bother showing up or you'll be kicked out. Holly was a sobbing, incoherent mess by this point, desperately trying to find a way to fix the situation. But Kyle and I had had enough. We turned and walked away, leaving her behind. The next day, Holly showed up at our door, looking desperate. Archie had kicked her out and was already consulting a lawyer about the divorce. With a postnuptial agreement in place, Holly was left with nothing. We live in an at-fault state, so there was no way for her to claim any money or assets from Archie. She had never worked a day in her life and didn't have the funds to hire a lawyer or support herself. Her affair partner had dumped her the moment she told him she was caught. He didn't want a woman like her latching onto him, especially when he had never intended to marry her. With little money and no marriage, Holly was stuck. I truly had given her the best gift ever. Archie moved forward with a divorce, ignoring Holly's pleas. When she showed up at our door, we turned her away and blocked her on all platforms. We even hired security to ensure she couldn't crash our wedding. Our wedding day went off without a hitch. Security did their job, throwing Holly out when she tried to enter the venue. She screamed about how we couldn't do this to her, but we didn't hear a word of it. We were too busy enjoying our special day, with only secondhand accounts from others filling us in later. As far as I know, Holly fled to her sister Felix in another state. Felix refused to house her for more than a month. Now, Holly works as a Walmart employee and lies in a trailer. Meanwhile, Kyle and I are enjoying our marital bliss, supporting his father as he recovers from the betrayal. It seems Holly will be staying far away from us from now on.